Hi, Kborkrn here. We're going to be discussing G-tubes versus J-tubes. Remember, everything has to do with location, 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 location. The G-tube versus the J-tube. Location, I said that the G-tube is up here. It's up a little higher in the stomach. Where does the G-tube go? The G-tube goes into the gastric or the stomach. The J-tube is lower. It's usually to the mid-left or mid-middle section of the abdomen. Right here's your belly button. The G-tube, there's many differences between the G and the J. And I'm going to tell you the difference. And don't ever figure out that one is the same. It is not. It is location, it is purpose, it is reason. Okay, continuing on, the G-tube, as I said, it is located in the stomach. The bulb from the G-tube holds it in place. There's a large reservoir. You can flush it, you can bolus, and you can check the residual. The J-tube, it's in the jejunum. There is no reservoir. You may flush it, but no bolus, no residual check. Why is that? There's no reservoir because there's no reservoir to hold the stuff. It's in the jejunum, the second part of the small bowel. The purpose between the J-tube and the G-tube, they're completely different. If a person has a problem with esophagitis, if they have Barrett's esophagitis, if they have some other difficulties with their gastric, if they have gastric cancer, they'll end up getting a J-tube. This is, again, in the jejunum, the second part of the small intestine. This feeding, you never check residual. You do not bolus feed these people. And you never, ever, ever check for residual. You'll pull the tube right out of the jejunum. And boy, the people will get mad. The surgeons will come after you like hell fury. The matter of the G-tube and the J-tube, again, is difference between what the anatomy, why they are getting the G-tube versus the J-tube. Again, if they cannot have and tolerate a G-tube, they will end up getting a J-tube. The J-tube is placed in surgery. It is sutured in place. The G-tube is held by the balloon. See the balloon? It is held by the balloon into place. There will be a molar disc on the outside of the abdomen that will hold it in place. You can check residual. You can bolus feed these people, and you can do a lot of different things with a G-tube rather than a J-tube. So if you don't know the difference, don't be messing with the tube. The doctor will really get upset with you. The J-tube, the feeding, it totally bypasses the stomach. So in the feeding for the J-tube, which is in the jejunum, these medications usually have to be liquid. They've already bypassed two parts of the digestive system in the stomach and the duodenum, the part that comes to the jejunum. It bypasses it, so you don't have the gastric acids from the stomach to break down this food. You have to give liquid medications. Do not give time release. Do not give pills that are crushed. Make sure it is liquid. Check with your pharmacy, check with your physician, and have them change the meds to liquid only. The jejunum, as I said, has no reservoir. You can't bolus feed these people. You've got a 8 to 10 inch piece of intestine that you're going to bolus with 250 cc's. That doesn't make sense. It won't hold it. You'll end up giving the people dumping syndrome. You'll end up making them sick. This is, as I said, the second part of the small intestine. The first part being the duodenum, the jejunum, then the ileum. So know your G-tube versus your J-tube and the reasoning behind both. Know with the G-tube, it's in the stomach. There is a reservoir. You may flush it, you may bolus feed, and you may check residual. The J-tube is in the jejunum. There is no reservoir. You may flush it, but no bolus, no residual check. This has been another exciting version of Laugh and Learn, Kborkrn. Follow me on YouTube.